Hello, this is Victor Jaramillo, and I'm going to show you how I install my Windows 11 Pro. So this is my background wall. It's the using of a motherboard, kind of like a CPU looking at. And now we're going to identify the drivers. You see, for device management. HDMI drivers, the high definition, the computer, the disk drivers, the display with the graphics card on it, the DVD and ROM that we have installed inside the computer, the USB input devices, the IDE that is inside of it, the keyboard and mouse that has been the monitor, which is a generic monitor, the network adapter, which you have many, but the only thing that matters is this one over here. The rest are just I'm not gonna say that don't matter. I'm just saying that at the moment they're not important at the moment. I'm just minimizing this real quick, the bigger ones, to have more space for the portable devices. The get, which is my USB that I have in it, the ports on it that it has, the communication port, the printers, the processor, the software devices, the sound, storage, the amount of system devices that is inside of it, and the universal. And if you right click on it, you can actually uninstall and update the drivers if you like, or you see the properties of them if you like to see it. And as you can see, it says right here that this device is working properly. There's sometimes that the drivers, sometimes it's something messed up on them, and you can see that one of them here we go, that one of them is at the moment. Click on properties and you can see the trouble it's in the moment, which I'm not going to fix it because it's no issue. It's literally just something it's in other devices. I can literally just uninstall it. It will cause no issues. But if you ever want to fix these kinds of problems, most of the time you can just come to the drivers and either update them, uninstall them, and reinstall them back. It's most of the time it works 90% of the time. To set the time and for your time and date and location, you go to time and language, and you can see the time is, and I already changed it to the focus please, to the time zone that it is the center time, US Canada. If you ever want to change, you just click here and you're going to click on time zones. You're gonna see here, you see the variable here, depending of whichever you are. For example, I am in Central America, USA, and Canada. For you, probably will be something else. Let's just say you are in Arizona, and it will change the time zone to 11:42, even though our time here is 12:42. So changing back to my time in the center, you can see the time changes, and also the date will also change as well. The antivirus, I don't mess with it much, honestly. You don't need to download an antivirus at all. Honestly, the Windows security is a very good issue at the moment. When you install it, you're going to see that this one, and this one, the virus and threat protection, the account protection, and the app browser control. These three are going to be the ones that are going to be an exclamation mark, going to have an X that is going to require you to turn it on or not. This one, the apps and browsing excuse me, you're gonna need a browser, either Internet Explorer or Firefox or Google Chrome. In order to have this one to be operational.
No, I tried doing it your way. I tried listening to you.
Account protection, you're gonna log into your account. For me, I just click dismiss and you just be fine. Virus protection, you're gonna have to use an account with OneDrive, unfortunately, but you can all just press dismiss and it will still work fine as well.
On with the rest of it. There's a lot more things that you can do.
Now we will show you the Wi-Fi part of it. Is below here. You can actually see that I'm connected to the Wi-Fi in Windows 11. You can see these actually show you some airplane mode, night lights, hotspot, and accessibility. But the ones we need is right here. We will click on the arrow to the right. You can see the rest of the Wi-Fi that you can your Wi-Fi or Ethernet can connect. As you can see, I'm connected to the Jaguar one, which is the STC working network. If you click on the I in the properties, you can go. It will automatically send you to the settings and it will show you all that is information that you need to know. If you need to know the protocol, the system type, the manufacturer, device version, the type of speed that it uses, the security that it has, you should be always be fine. There will be no problem here. One second. Another thing that I forgot to show, it was the public network and recommended that is recommended. Windows recommends to leave it a public network. And for your device, as you can see here, your devices will not discover in the network used in the most cases when you connect it to the network at home, work, or public place. It basically what it's trying to say is that your device will not be discovered. It's just exactly as it says. Your device will only be discovered by those who know the IP or are connected to the same network. Not that will be public network, which your device will be discovered by other people, other computers, apps, and other applications that have the ability to connect to the internet. You can also set the data. You can also configure the firewall that it requires. But at the moment, we don't need it at the moment. Like I said, Windows security is literally the ones that's gonna protect us the most, anyways. And the next thing we want to show is the student name computers. And my name will be, of course, Victor, and it will be number 12 as the mother in the back of my computer is number 12. You can always rename it, but you go to the settings, like you go to system, you can also go to home, and the same thing will rename it. You can also rename it from there as well. Can you please focus, please? Thank you. So you can also go in there. You can also go to accounts and change your hello. You can also change your using there, but also if you're curious, you can also see that the account is also there. You need also all the informations and everything like that. Windows backup and other stuff, it will be there, but we will talk about this later. Next, what I will show you now is the other account. Let me show you. We're still in the settings. Nothing has changed. We're still on the settings, but this time we go to accounts. And if you ever wanted to make another account, you add account and you follow the steps of you one of these. You have logged in. would you like to have an account but create a new one, add without an account and stuff like that, and then you'll use username, password, and you forget your password, they will ask you questions as well. And from there, your account will be your new account. And I name it the same thing, but this time it will be Junior 12.
Well, looking for your
you can
stop points, guys.
click on it and see you can change the account type
Finish out what you're doing.
and you can see that you can actually change this one to an admin as well. If you want to make that one your primary again, you can also remove it. You have to, you want to. Listen, the other one that I want to show you is the limiter that you're supposed to do. So you go to this PC, you right click on your C drive and you click on properties. When you click on properties, you got a quota and you show more settings. You enable it, then you limit it to 20 gigabytes, as it said right there, and you give it the warning up to 19 gigabytes. You should probably go less than that and give it more of a warning for this.
No, he gave us the Tuesday in spring break.
It's fine.
Because me and him are doing work.
The other one that I'm going to show you now will be the Firefox, and installing Firefox and Google Chrome, which I have right now. But you have something like Microsoft Edge, for you to do this one and you're going to search for the Google Downloads, and you will see the very first one to download now, which send you to this one over here, and it will be a button where you click on download, and you can see your downloads here. See, and you download, so you can see that you have Google set up, and if you don't see it there, you can just go to the file, to explore, and go to downloads, and it should be right there. Google setup. Well, also Firefox as well should be there, and the exact same thing as Google Chrome. You do the exact same thing for Firefox. You search it up. You click on it. You click on download, and it would download automatically. But we already have it, so there's no issue. Let me say we're gonna trash it. It's fine. No reason to re-download it. And once you install them, it will look. Firefox will look like this. Firefox will look something like this. You can change it. It will ask you to ping Firefox, set Firefox default browser, which we now want to do. Import for this browser, we will not want to do. We're just gonna pin for it to the taskbar, and we save and continue. And you can use. We're gonna skip this step. We're gonna put it on dark. I like it on dark. We're gonna skip that. And you're gonna continue our browser, and there you go, that's the browser right there. And you can search whatever you want here as well. Close that, go into Google Chrome. You show Google Chrome the same thing as well. Exactly the same thing you did for Firefox, you do the same thing here. Unfortunately, it didn't for me for whatever reason. It just started off like that. I don't even know what just happened, but it just started like this. It didn't even ask me if it wanted to be default, but it automatically was into default, I guess, since I searched something on the when you press Control R, it not on the Google Chrome. You Control R, Shift R. I'm sorry. When you search here, when you search like, I don't know, YouTube. You search YouTube, and you're gonna press enter, and that, and all of a sudden Microsoft Edge comes up. Even though all right. So I did not put Internet as my default browser, but I did once I searched one thing and it popped up as it was my default browser, but I guess not. I guess it was an accident. I guess so. This was the default browser, but Google Chrome. We're gonna set up Google Chrome for one of our default browsers. So one sec. So we're gonna have Google Chrome be our default browser. So we're gonna go to Google Chrome, go over here, go into settings. We can customize it, we can synchronize with it, or we can improve more bookmarks, but we don't want any of that. We want to new focus. We want to be our, we wanted this to be our priority. And you will see there it is, default browser. There it is, default browser. You want to make this your default browser, make this my default browser. You go over here and it will send you to the settings. Once you're in the settings, you will go and look for Google Chrome. Click on Google Chrome and set as
Got my password for the admin account.
default account. Set this default, and you see the check mark right there, and there you go. Everything else will change to as Google Chrome, but you can choose. Here's the interesting part is that you can also use HTML files, PDF files, change files. So you don't have to always be in Google Chrome. PDF files can also be opened by the Microsoft, or you can also open it as Firefox or Google Chrome because as your default. But I like to leave it as Microsoft Edge, just that way you can have something to do. Now we're gonna make our OS faster, Windows 11 faster. So in order to do that, you're gonna go to settings, and you're gonna go into apps,
This is Simon.
and you're gonna go to installation apps. And what I like to do is uninstall the things that I do not need. For example, the camera, we don't need it because we're not going to for it anyways. We don't need the editor. It just moved up.
This is Simon.
You don't need that as well. We don't need Cortana because we don't have a mic. We can always get those later, but we really don't even use them anyways. We said the feedback is fine, the mouse and calculation is fine, the map is, we have Google for that, so we can uninstall this for that. You can uninstall this for that. The medium player, I like to use something else, but the medium player sometimes it's actually something's better honestly, so I like to keep medium player. You can also uninstall more stuff, for example the news, actually not bad. You can also uninstall print, people, not that one, quiz assistant, remote desktop, we're not gonna need that either. You can also uninstall that if you want to, but we're not going to uninstall this because I want to make it work. Sticky notes, terminal, voice recorders, whether Xbox, like for example the Xbox One, we're not going to need it either. We can uninstall it, making it more space. Will make always your computer faster. Having less is more, as I say, because the less you have in a hard drive, the less it's going to take. It's going to take less for it to boot up, or it's going to take less for it to think when it starts to boot up. Now what I'm going to show you now is the applications that the port that it seems that is working, and you can see that it is. As you can see, my USB is right there, and you can see there, and you want me to, let's just say, see if we can open something from there. Let's just say like, well, we can open those since those are projects. Let's see. let's see, a movie. How's that? A movie? Let's play a movie from the USB.
Be good, sir.
Let's play. I can see the media player. I told you we're gonna need it. That's why I need to install it. As you can see that it's going to start playing a movie, and there you go. Start a movie play from the USB. You can also tell by the mouse and keyboard. You can also the input of the mouse, position of the mouse as well. I mean the keyboard notepad. Remember that? You're gonna use notepad. You can see the me typing ASDF 12. Okay, never mind. It's 12. You can see that I typed in the input of the keyboard, using the keyboard, and I'm gonna walk into the back of the PC, and you can see that we have a USB that is a wireless, and this is kind of the whole reason why I'm available to get internet access and not having to have an internet cable, since we can have doesn't reach. The Ethernet cable does not reach. The blue cable does not reach. So this is the reason why we needed that USB, an adapter. It's more called a Wi-Fi adapter. In order for us to listen, that's another input that you can actually install. And and that's all I gotta say. That's all I gotta show you. I hope you guys enjoyed this video about how to personalize your Windows 11 Pro. Thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.